What's happening, Vault Hunters? We are back in Borderlands 2. I am back on my Maya playthrough. And today we're going to be heading to 1,000 Cuts, which is the next step of the quest, main story. Today I have a Salvador helping me out, which is my friend Bebop. Hi, Bebop.
Oh,
I
hello.
very much
I love
like
your skin.
I like your Salvador skin as well. That is
Thank you.
super stylish Vault Hunter action. And mine's
You
not too
might
bad. Yeah,
say.
this is what I've got on today, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of a setup change. 1 second, let me just quickly check that I can't spend. Was that? Have I got iridium? 1. Okay, no, I don't need to speak to L. Right, let's get out of here. We have got to keep the pressure on, Jack.
Go visit an old friend.
Oh yes. So that's lucky that you are on level 19 character as well. Why do I feel like I'm missing a checkpoint? I keep spawning up here and thinking I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I think we should have spawned somewhere close,
So I
but
had
I don't know
this.
where.
Yeah, I had this when I went to do a mission the other day, and it threw me so much I sort of just ran around in circles. But I feel like I should have a checkpoint just round the corner, but like which is nearer to the natural selection annex.
Yeah, maybe you need to like go around the corner a bit to actually hit it or something, and it's just not
I don't know.
not ticked off.
We'll find out. I feel like when I did this the other day, I also went the complete wrong way. But actually, I think it's just the one at the bottom of the hill that's literally down next to where the exit for 1,000 Cuts is. I think that's just like by the bridge to Hyperion, not Hyperion, Opportunity. I feel like I've just completely somehow bypassed that every time I've gone through here.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't think I
I've
can get through
gone
this
out
gate either.
this. It says we can on the objective marker, but I don't think I've ever been out this way
We
to
are
the
in
highlands.
new territory for Bebop today. There we go. World first, Bebop takes this door.
11 years, and I'm still learning about this game.
See, that is the beauty of this
Yeah,
game.
this one.
You can come back to it after
This,
11 years and still just want to be playing more.
yeah, there's just so much variation in like the character design, so you can really do different builds like each time. It's fantastic. I'm gonna teleport to your vehicle.
Nice. See, I don't even have to wait. Even though I
Oh,
did, because I'm fairly nice.
I know the score. I know how to get the Borderlands going.
So I think normally what would happen is when you come through the area down here, it's this checkpoint that I was expecting to be at both times, I think. And somehow I just haven't picked it up. Because this is where you'll normally spawn in this area. So,
Yeah, no, very strange.
who knows? I don't think I need to jump out here, but I just don't like the idea of driving a 4x4 at a little wooden bridge.
Well, I know that if I think if you try to go through a door from the side seat, it can like crash the game as well.
Nice. Crashing the game is something that we like. That is
Yeah,
that is a thing that I do. Just kidding, I
that
don't
is a
like
game
it. I
breaker.
just have to accept it. What a familiar voice.
The possibility of getting a muscles here as well. You got this. Yeah.
Muscles? Do we mean loot
Yeah.
midgets? Right.
No, muscles is like one of the bruisers, but he's just got a like unique name, but he doesn't have a unique drop.
Right, okay. Oh, I do think I
so he
remember
might
that
just-
when you said it.
Yeah, he
You got
just
someone
sort
near
of walks through here sometimes.
I am going to be arguing with my paddles because all they want to do is do Ghost Runner movement.
Yes. No, that is. I can feel that. My field is very
There's a guy
squishy.
low with the acid. I don't know if I killed him or not.
I powered up.
Go on, you should be able to get him. Oh no, you can't, because I killed him with that movement. Dominated.
Good, like,
oh, thank you.
here we go.
Get this limit buzzer down. Come at you. Oh my goodness, this is a weird gun. You know, I don't even remember this gun.
Is it?
It's an AR, but it fires like it's a mortar.
Right, okay. What's it called?
1 second. Let's get out of the crap a little bit, and then we'll talk about that. Well, it's handy having friends in Borderlands.
Yeah.
This could have been several restarts, well, not restarts, but respawns.
Respawn.
So it's sort of a delayed shot as well. This is a very interesting weapon to fire. Seems pretty reasonable as well. You got a guy next to you. You were good. Nice, well done.
We got. Oh yeah, that does look weird.
Yeah, so this is the. I think this was specifically a reward from Think's Slaughterdome that I did a couple of weeks ago, and it is an AR called the Sapping Hail. And the red flavor text is, "What plaything can you offer me today?" It has plus 150% critical damage, highly effective on shields.
Oh, we gotta go like that is probably why, because I don't think I run a lot of the arenas like that in like normal gameplay.
Put your eyes on that.
I can't pick it up because it's too high a level. It's out of my skill.
Where has it gone?
You can still pick it up,
right,
but
sorry,
it's just that I can't use it. But yeah, I could have fired it at you to show you what it looks like from that side. I mean, that seems like it's doing pretty good damage.
Like, I don't remember it, but that is very cool. That is specifically for like a pretty early unique blue. That's quite an interesting effect. I'm surprised that wouldn't have stuck with me. So unless that's something that I don't know, was just brought in later, or it's just not a guaranteed drop, and I just maybe didn't have it before. Like similar to you, I haven't really done the slaughter domes all that much. Typically, like when you're doing a playthrough, you go for quests or specific quick stuff, because I think that did take me an hour and a half to do all 5 rounds. Something like that.
Now, which one was that? Like, where do you go into?
It's in the fridge.
Yeah, okay, I know the one.
Interesting, this is like the ideal gun for this scenario, and I think I barely hit any of the buzzards.
Right,
I think you push forward. I have to kill this thing with this gun because it seems so appropriate. There we go. Oh, and there's another. Just endless buzzards anyway. Well, this is pretty fun, and that's once again something else just brilliant about this game. There's just so much gear and so many cool things that you can come across, that you can be playing this for years and years, and just there's always new things you're going to come across to enjoy.
Well, I think we've sort of talked about it before, and like you can definitely leave things open in this game. My timer was very quick. I have died many times. But like you can just play the game organically and like not pick up all of the guns, because you just wouldn't need the full armory that you can get in this game.
Of course not.
So it does allow for different playthroughs to just have that flavor of like, ooh, this is something different. Like, I can't remember where I got this gun. It was a while since I played on this character. But yeah, I've got a gun called the Rock Salt.
Yep.
Which is
shotgun.
A very useful fire shotgun. With a cool skin. So it's lovely for a situation like this.
Poor Dusty.
It's nice to actually have the right element to hit the bad guys with, like fire on flesh.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely sort of feel it being like, oh yeah, this is can push through a bit more.
Brick's random like headpiece, his mask on here, like I don't know if there's any sort of tie in to properly why he has that. I'm surprised that didn't come up as, like, I don't know, a thing you could have earned from doing a mission for Flak in Borderlands 3, or at least I don't think it's a thing. It feels like that's the sort of thing that would have been a cool, like, Flak head or something, just, you know, for fun.
I have it for Salvador, and I can't remember, I think I may have, it was like one of the codes that you put into, like, Swift.
Right, so you can get it on this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I sort of got distracted by listening to
special edition type skin.
Right.
Because I think I spent an evening before just trying to use all the keys that they have, just to sort of get. There's a few different skins, a few health like heads, and then obviously the
That's some terrible shooting.
obviously the actual keys as well. Like you can get those from that as well.
Man, I just tried to turn and slide to you.
Yeah, no slide in this would be fantastic.
I mean, I love the ice slide in Borderlands 3. The toboggans and stuff is just so much fun.
Yeah, and you can get so fast with it. Like, and they I like the way that they built that into Zane's skill tree. So the faster you're moving, the more damage he does. It's just makes it worth like, oh yeah, what can I get that is allowed me to go that fast? Especially with the
I'm just going for a vault symbol. I'll be right back. Just to show people where this symbol is. Yeah, Doom Shotgun's cool.
It just allows you, it just suits that fast gameplay. Now, I think we talked about this. Oh, there's gravestones here. Strange. But you can pick up the Face McShooty mission.
And shoot him from the top, yeah.
Yeah, before you fight the bunker. So
well,
I feel like
let me go and pick that up, and we'll try and save it, and see if I've got anything long enough to shoot him with when we get there.
I'm sure a sniper will pop up. Something Hyperion as well. Like they've got quite good range, especially over time. Now it's funny how sort of ingrained sliding has become in like just gaming in general, and it's just always like trying to slide. Oh no, wait, that's not a thing.
Do you want to try and do a bit of ranking on these guys? See if we can get the Goliaths to rank up.
Yeah, then I think we want to kill the two badasses over here. Otherwise, they do too much damage to the Goliath. But then you can just.
Oh, I'm maybe going to go down as well. So.
Got that one. And then we run away.
There's the other badass. I got another killer marauder. Oopsie. You say there was two badasses?
Think so. But can you ping off the helmet as well? Well, I've got a sniper. Didn't realise I had a sniper. No, I will not shoot you. You will be fodder for the Goliath.
What on earth? Did you shoot? Oh, it's because I've got all the.
No, I'm dead.
It's because I've got the core stick attached to my shots. I was like, what?
Right,
I just popped him with one pistol shot, and that's literally tearing him apart. So you might have to do the helmets.
Yeah, I've done the helmet.
So impressive, because I've not really used Maya before. Like just trying to put a lot of skills into her elemental damage. Like, it's pretty
That's
crazy.
cloud kill as well, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, that's so powerful, especially early game. And obviously a big enough event to be a thing in BL3.
Yeah.
Gun in BL3.
Yep, we've collected that one in our Borderlands 3 playthrough. On this channel at the moment, I am doing playthroughs of Borderlands 1, 2, 3, Wonderlands, and Tales from the Borderlands at the moment. I've also got eyes to starting a playthrough on Borderlands 2 VR with a Gauge playthrough. And yeah, some possibilities of other playthroughs, looking at other content at the moment, arena stuff. There's lots of Wonderlands things happening at the moment. People seem very keen for DLC content and arenas on that. So yeah, lots and lots of bits and pieces.
We've got an ultimate at the moment, so
I have one health.
Going well.
Let's get some health.
Hulking massive destruction. I'm gonna try and take the shield off the
want to kill these guys,
badass.
and then we're going to fight. Yes, it's going to be crazy. I'm so excited.
Dylan.
We can't go straight into that. We already made that Predator reference in our
have
Dead
already.
Island playthrough.
I mean, it's
Well,
just so
playthrough, so.
iconic. The badass is one shot.
Yeah, I'm sort
over
of
in the corner, but
gonna try and entice the Hulk. I'm gonna lure him over. Somehow he got health. Oh no, he didn't get health back.
is that it? Is there anyone else?
No, there's more. There's
Oh
more.
yeah, cool. There are
Times.
people coming. Yeah.
Someone just screamed in my room. I don't know who it was, but he's on me.
You you know how much I love Purple Drake. Now I'm certain that I got that quote wrong, and everyone's gonna be like, "You got that quote wrong, guys."
Quote wrong.
Quote wrong. Oh, we've got him. We've got him.
Quid pro quo.
It's not super often. We've got to evolve them to this. Obviously,
I'm gonna let him finish the work. I don't want to take it away from him now, so I'm gonna try and see if I can come and get you. He
has
right on my
put a lot of
tail.
work in.
Stand between us.
Don't worry, we'll be fine.
He's sending in more. Nice. We can just stand over here and have a chat.
Yeah, I feel this is the safe corner. Just watch the musings of the Goliath.
The exterior of the building and I guess the internal here I do really like. I guess it was deliberate that they put this area with brick because this stuff does really feel quite Borderlands 1. Particularly the outside with the little arrows and the light up bits and pieces and the bunting and what have you. There's a lot of assets here I'd say that probably are just carried forward from Borderlands 1.
Did you know about shooting the bunting as well? If you shoot the flags, they'll disintegrate, which is very cool.
The material, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little touch.
Oh,
Right,
more
are we
guys,
gonna?
more guys have jumped down.
Oh no, wait, oh,
I mean, he's having a good time. It seems a shame to ruin it. Especially while I'm just running around and opening stuff and procrastinating on doing anything. Oh, Raging Goliath. Who's going to win? Goliath or two Raging Goliaths? Oh no, he killed one already. There's one Raging.
I hope we're actually going to be able to kill this guy as well.
Oh, I think we'll be fine. He's coming for you, by the way. He's bringing a friend.
No,
Oh no, he's got scared. He's being chased by the little guy. Oh no, he's dead now.
The little guy now dead.
Okay, now get on with it. Oh, GG, Liath.
Oh,
Can't believe you stole my kill. Thank you very much.
It's in my blood. I have to.
Tasty iridiums. Is that one of the other Goliaths that's kicked off in the background and fighting the midgets, so we don't have to do that? You got more guys behind you.
I do. I was just very interested in the three-way hold that someone dropped. In that it's like Hulks are very cool guns in this.
Still not open. What you guys doing up there? Quit it.
Put it on. See if it can do some damage.
So what you want?
And we're done with the fighting.
Yeah, boy.
OG Brick.
So what you want?
Always the possibility of us cosplaying Brick and Mordecai if we ever go to a con.
I need to do a little montage of Brick and Mordecai moments and rip off Rick and Morty and have Brick and Morty.
Yeah. Oh, there's the
I'm sort of surprised.
Slab.
Yeah, there's sort of been surprised that there hasn't been a oh, not doing that much damage to him.
Goomba Stomp. Goomba Stomp. Kill him by
He
jumping on
speeded
his
up.
head. Jump on him.
Oh, I need 2 bounces. Hey!
Fantastic.
Nice. Let's check these
And
back rooms.
Brick's just getting on with the thing. He's fine over there.
I mean, he's pretty happy for us just to murder all his guys. He knows they're useless. Yeah, I'm really surprised that in Borderlands 3 a Brick and Morty thing didn't come up. If it did, I missed it. If that was a thing, please do tell me in the comments where that was, because I didn't see it, and that seems so obvious once you say it. How is there not a Brick and Morty thing? That would have been pretty hilarious.
Like, how have they not thought of this?
They could have just had Brick just dragging Morty around and getting him to do more and more ridiculous things in a quest. It would work so well.
Morty! But then Rick is quite often drunk, and Mordecai is...
They could have Brick as punch drunk. They could have him as just coming out of a fight or something that we just have, and then afterwards just being a bit out of it for a while. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Rick!
Morty!
That's
Morty!
That's awful. Awful. Mordecai impersonation.
We gotta go over
Morty.
here. I can't remember the voices, so I don't really watch much of that.
It's not bad.
I don't know, Rick!
Yeah, it's definitely that sort of like
Warbly! Yeah.
squeaky teeth.
Nice shot. Smoosh.
Man, you should try out this gun. It is very tasty. The Just Degree does the work.
Oh, that was meant to be a switch out. Here you go. Use a Iridian tech that was missing from Borderlands 3. What's wrong with you, Gearbox? Give me my Iridian tech.
Don't open that can of worms.
Nice.
There's lots of things wrong with them.
There's a lot of things right, though. I don't know if we've had this conversation directly in the last 5 minutes, but it's been one of those things going through Borderlands 1, 2, 3 at the same time and Wonderlands and sort of seeing the stuff as I'm playing, like sort of it really obvious which stuff is good and which stuff is not. It's really...
Your gun hurts me a lot.
It's really raised my opinion of Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands, in honesty. Because there are so many good things there.
We had a fantastic time playing through Wonderlands when it came out.
I'm
and
really
then
enjoying it again
taking
now.
friends through it as well. Like, there's definitely a lot of like the Borderlands feel of content there. Like, it's not always the same like flavor, but it's
Well, they made
the arching scene.
They made good
Borderlands,
improvements to a lot of the systems that exist in Borderlands 3. Even down to very, very simple things like some of the settings that just are missing from Borderlands 3, like controller settings. There's more settings in Wonderlands, which just make it have that just quality of life improvements, which is really good.
Yeah,
And
I
then
mean,
character
it would
movement,
be
like lots of things are improved.
fantastic
Oopsie.
to have some
I can't mental.
some quality of life improvements to this game as well. Like a big one that I've always thought is that you don't auto pick up Iridium. Like it would be fantastic if you could just pick up Iridium by running over it.
Yeah. I mean, considering how many other things you can pick up, it's a currency at the end of the day, isn't it? And it's valuable, so makes sense. Or maybe similar to how the legendaries are shown in Borderlands 3, to have a little purple icon come up if there's Iridium.
Yeah.
That could be worthwhile. They have done, Gearbox has done a good job of, I'm going to describe it as caring for and updating the Borderlands games in order to keep them sort of relevant and playable and fun, but it's also potentially just milking them. But it's nice to like have that, the fact that they, you know, increased the higher res versions into this, like the Handsome Collection, up stuff with the game, included different packages so that you can get the content sort of easily, and then things like Borderlands 1, where they've done the enhanced version where it does do a lot of the things that this game does, so you can then pick up ammo and currency without having to physically do it. Just quality of life things.
Say they do a enhanced version of BL2, like what do you want to see? Like quality of lifestyle.
I want to play the characters from the first game in Borderlands 2.
That'd be fantastic.
I don't know, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with stuff in here. I guess, like you say, like for Iridium to pick up, there isn't really too much about this game that I don't like, you know? Most things are good. I guess a slide. I mean, if you could get the mobility,
Slide would be great.
If you could get the mobility of Borderlands 3 in here, so you just had that more modern feeling with the movement, that's probably the only thing I would look for. Just make it feel nicer for navigating, and then it means the missions would have a little bit of a fresh feel as well, because you just have that slightly different navigation as you traverse through.
That would be very cool. Like I feel like mantling could almost break the game a bit too much, like sort of allow you to skip places, I guess.
I mean, I guess allowing you to do stuff is not necessarily a big deal. Like, I could live with that as well. I mean, it's just choice at the end of the day. As long as you're giving people choices, you don't have to take advantage of it, do you? Like, you get that clean up? Oh, brick. Not a team player.
I'll just look dejectedly at the floor. I'm sad.
I'm just going to have a look at this character model before I start talking to Brick as well, because he was talking about Dusted as we went up there. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, because he hasn't got... Or maybe it's only in Borderlands 3. I thought in each Borderlands he had one more dog paw on a necklace. I guess maybe I got that wrong.
Right.
Because, yeah, has a dog that's always getting killed, and he's always annoyed about it. It's a blasted jack, or is it hanging on him somewhere? I don't know why. I thought that was a thing.
I am just objectifying Brick at the moment.
What's the matter?
Oh, look at that butt.
What's the matter?
That Brick
Can't you
butt.
fight a girl? Huh?
We should change the mission.
Should we now?
For we know
sensible.
of Face McShooty.
Oh, you have to turn it over here. That's why. I knew that. Did you know that? Comment below.
I played this game before. To the sanctuary we got.
You do it. I can't navigate the menu system. I got distracted by
Mouse
things like
and
One Bomb
keys.
Island.
I can just click on the place.
That's cheating, man. Hacking.
I don't know. Playing this with mouse and keys was a different experience because a lot of the guns are so accurate.
Yep.
Like you can just no scope with snipers and stuff. It's very, very fun. Guaranteed fun.
And that's what
from
you want.
Borderlands.
Fun. Games are meant to be fun. We want games that are fun.
That is what you want.
Oh, I got stuck on the handrail. Is that because you got him away,
Rolling.
Tubby?
I'm gonna say no.
Never thought I'd be back.
I'd never get in the way.
You didn't sound too eager to see me again.
Times changed.
I've never really looked at this map.
Even from a bloodthirsty
Reason
I
why-
psychopath.
say derp sands.
Jack?
You did. 3 years ago.
Dead sands.
What's up, Roland? Not Kevin Hart.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
To be honest, I got no idea
Don't.
how to get past the door that
I
I
don't.
don't.
I'm scared of it. I'm scared of the movie.
I mean, to think that this guy is going to be Kevin Hart and this chick's going to be Kate Blanchett is just like, no. I'm still waiting for them to go, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson! I just like,
Yeah.
no. I hate Hollywood so much.
As much as I hate telling
Well,
you,
it just feels very wrong. Like,
It's just so unaware
In-
of what the project actually is based on. It's just literally grabbing names for the clout, not grabbing them for the sense of the characters. The fact they even have Jack Black voicing a character that is just a voice. You know, it doesn't need to be a character, it's a robot. Like, they should just have the voice actor from the games voice him in the movies. What? I don't understand where on earth you would not do that.
will it just be sort of a nice nod to the games as well? Like,
Albeit that it's a different voice actor than it has been for the most of the time. But I think the guy that picked it up for Borderlands 3, despite the circumstances of that not being very good, internal issues and such, that forced that to change. But I think he did a good job. I was very just frustrated with the fact that they were going to be changing it. But yeah, I like Claptrap in Borderlands 3, and I might even say that I think it was maybe the best iteration of him. But
they definitely sort of knew what he was as a character by that point as well. Like, in this game, they're sort of pushing the wacky with him. But at that point, I think in Borderlands 3, it's just a very solid, like, yep, this character is, like, in it for this reason. And that's how we're gonna sort of, like, include him in the writing that we do.
Yeah.
And I think that they definitely made that a bigger part as well. Like, Claptrap has quite a lot to do in Borderlands 3.
yeah, but it's certainly not overbearing, and I know that some people don't like Claptrap. You know, I get that. Some people, he's just too much of a kind of crazy component, but you know, I feel that the comedy is well written with him in 3, and it's not over the top, and it is, you know, if you want to go and do more Claptrap stuff, you just go and do his missions, and then you get more of his wackier stuff. But right,
I mean,
scale
and
opportunity.
there's the point he's sort of meant to be a bit annoying as well.
Oh,
You're
of
sort
course.
meant to find him
Yeah,
a
of
bit
course.
annoying.
He's
but
the most
endearing,
he's the most tragic character in the game for a number of reasons, but he's also meant to be one of the craziest on the basis that he's, you know, this AI that's been left here so long, last of his kind, all the rest of it.
And that's why we love him.
Also, he looks like a convenient lunchbox-sized friend.
And yeah, good merchandise. We'll make Claptrap plushies. The kids will love it.
And some of the adult kids.
May I have that spot?
I love how they included this as a kind of weapon, the saw blades in Borderlands 3, the rocket launchers which fire
Yep.
blades across the floor.
Yeah, and the
It's
slide.
just such
You
a
can get the
nice
slide
nod.
that send out the blades as well.
To breach the final door
Yeah.
to
They
the
like the saw
chambers,
blades.
you'll need to be Jack. That means
But it's such a different type of like rocket launcher.
So this is the natural selection annex over to the left. I've been trying to make a point of looking at how interwoven the world is. So you've got a clear view over to the natural selection annex over there. Then to the left you've got the dam, which is back behind where we've just come from. Where else can we see, if anywhere? Obviously you still have Elpis and the moon base. Sanctuary over that direction as well. I think we're probably pretty much at the westmost extremity of where the game puts you on opportunity. So I don't think there's anything further over here, although maybe on the far side of opportunity. I don't know if we'd get to see anything there, but
maybe next time we're at the fast travel section, we can sort of look at the map and you can see where opportunity is in terms of the rest of the places you can go. So we'll have to do some investigating.
What do you think, Bebop? I've been trying to stick, have this channel with a bit of focus, shall we say. So originally I was only going to do Borderlands 1, 2, 3 and Wonderlands, although because I want to engage with everything Borderlands and talk about it here and be able to talk lore and other things as we go, I've introduced Tales from the Borderlands 1 into my current playthroughs, and I have said that I will also do Tales from the Borderlands 2, just to have covered the content, even if it means that it's, looking at the content and talking about it in a negative light. But I'm also at this point now thinking, there's another box symbol here, that maybe I need to just bite the bullet and throw the pre-sequel straight into the mix and just get on with that one as well. I don't think there's any way I can avoid that being part of the games. It's definitely tied into all of the lore and all the rest of it at this point. So I don't know, what do you think? Should I just start doing that as well?
I feel like the pre-sequel gets a rough deal for a lot of the part, because there are definitely some very good Borderlands moments in it. It's just not quite as focused as the other ones, I guess. It definitely sort of lacks something. But I think that is also important to look at, why is the pre-sequel sort of sneered at a bit? What is it missing? I know that the end game in the pre-sequel sort of really isn't there, so it sort of stops people from playing it in the same way that you would play this one sort of over and over again to go through all the OP levels. There's nothing there, so
yeah, because I see
stick with it.
The pre-sequel kind of just like a caricature of the Borderlands series. It's as if someone gave the formula to someone else and some assets and some bits and pieces, gave them a rough idea, just chatted on it over a cup of coffee one afternoon and said, well, there we go, can you just make me a game? Here's a pile of money. And I guess that's maybe exactly what the situation was. But it's, yeah, I don't know, it really grates on me the whole time because it just doesn't feel like a proper Borderlands game. But as you say, even if it's to look at it and be able to compare it, there is stuff in there that is tied to the main games. Like the DLC, I think, is the most interesting parts probably about the pre-sequel. The Claptrap's Claptastic Voyage, is it? I think, which revisits a lot of the main games. I've heard very good things about that, but I have never played that the whole way through. So
no, I've never even been into the DLC in the pre-sequel. But I've heard similar things, that is just a fantastic DLC, one of the best. But I'd be interested. Yeah, fantastic. How very fitting.
Sorry, I just walked that guy when you could have had him.
Definitely sort of interested in looking at what that does. That's different from the rest of the game.
I think largely it's to do with the nostalgia factor and the fact that it is more closely tied to the main games. Although I think there is maybe some gear that was introduced in that people rate. If anyone watching this has any opinion on that or has experience with the Claptastic Voyage, please do let us know what you think is good about that content, and whether you think it's worthwhile, whether that's something I should be really pushing to do. But yeah, I think maybe I need to just bite the bullet like I'm doing all this other stuff. It's going to take a while to get through everything, but I think maybe I just need to do it. And then comes the next question of who I would play. I think it would probably be Nisha. Misha? Misha.
Yeah, Nisha.
Which definitely need to do that content while in Borderlands 2 as well, because she, as the sheriff, is sort of in a little side story that's in Borderlands 2. So there's definitely some stuff to go off and do there, and definitely if I'm looking to get any good pistol builds, the sheriff's badge is a great it count as an artifact? I guess it's an artifact.
Yeah, and the deputy's badge for shotguns.
What's the deputy's badge do?
So you get the deputy badge for killing Nisha, I think, and then you get the deputy badge for completing the mission. But it's like shotgun speed, like shotgun reload speed and damage. So it can work for some shotgun builds as well. All in all, a very good mission to do. It's nice that there are just missions to like side quests that you can go and do, and you can get a like really helpful bit of gear out of it. Like one of my favorites is the Slagger from
the Dust.
The Hoondocks?
Yeah, so you can get the Slagger or the Maggie from doing the mission where the Hodunks and the what's the other clan called? It's the two clans that are fighting in the Dust, and you do that, and whichever one you help at the end, you get either the Slagger or the Maggie, which are both fantastic games. The Maggie is a very good pistol, fast-firing repeater pistol, and the Slagger is an SMG, but it is one of the weapons in the game that has the highest chance to slag. So you have that and the Grog Nozzle as two of your best guns to be running in one of your slots for playthrough 3, where all damage is increased 50% to any target which is slagged. I think that's correct. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's the right amount. Like it's a definite like increase of damage from the second playthrough, because slag does more damage in playthrough 2 as well, which is quite cool. I mean, it does extra damage in this playthrough, it's just that you generally don't need it for this one. But it's nice how they sort of increase the sort of use of that mechanic, because it does make things harder. Like when you actually have to use the right types of guns for the right elements that you're like hitting against, it's important to be able to like flag and then swap out to something quickly and then get that damage.
Yeah, for sure.
But what's handy about the Slagger as well is that you can just get one through the playthrough, because the subs will stay the same. So you can get the Slagger on your first playthrough, and then you're open to get the Law on the next playthrough, and still be able to use both of them.
The Law?
Is it the Law?
The Maggie.
The Maggie.
Yeah, the Law is... I'm running the Law at the moment. The Law comes from the little quest for the sheriff in Sanctuary. When you have to identify the assassin. And it's a pretty solid pistol that has a melee bonus, because it's a bladed weapon, which is great for 0 melee builds. So I'm getting quite distracted just enjoying just having the opportunity to be here in Opportunity and having a good old wander around and enjoying the shinies. It's just a fun environment. It's nice. There's so many different enemy types and classes, and then the environments in the game. I'd say in this game are probably some of the most diverse because of how they structure everything in Borderlands. They're not really bound by anything. They can just say, hey, this section's a pirate section. This section's a moody cave section. This section's a futuristic city section. This one's a old Highlands area. Like, you know, they can just do anything they want, and that freedom really does help keep the games feeling just fresh and fun, and you have your own kind of preferences. It's, you know, you can just have your mood and be like, I just feel like going, you know, here and just doing this activities, or just farming for something, or doing some random side questing, whatever you feel like.
Got some for ya.
It's interesting as well because this map, they certainly start to get that like verticality of the map,
Yeah, it's quite
which they do
intertwined.
quite a lot.
Yeah.
They do that a lot in Lillard DLC, where you start sort of seeing the game think more vertically, and then obviously in Borderlands 3, it's the verticality of the gameplay is huge. It's such a big component of it, but it's sort of interesting to see them start to experiment with it in these sorts of places. I remember when I first started playing this, I used to get lost on this map all the time.
So I did to an extent, and I think really what that was originally was because the field of view was so small on the game. A lot of the areas here kind of looked the same, and you just couldn't pick up on any kind of landmarks really, because it all looks similar when you're basically just looking at the floor and just one eye open, kind of like Popeye. You just I can't really see where I'm going. I'm not sure if that's... I'm not really doing Popeye there, I'm just doing some random old sailor, but
I mean, what is Popeye? If not
I know, right? Oh,
that was quick.
And you're watching me die.
Thank you.
I mean, I got over it in time just for that. That's all I could do. So.
Unfortunately, the fedora didn't save me.
Next time, though.
Next time.
There's always next time for the fedora. Just more getting to know Jack here and Hyperion as a corporation. Ooh, loot loader. Open sesame. Which I keep going back to, keep commenting on just how much they ruined Jack as a character and how brilliant he is for his paralleled brutality that's, you know, basically just a corporate reflection of how the environment of Pandora is. The fact that it's just a savage planet where everything is looking to take everything else out. And yeah, that was brilliant with Jack until they started going like, no, he's a good guy, really. Like, just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and they know it doesn't make any sense because all the other characters they do, including things in Tales and the Borderlands, don't do the same thing. Like, they reflect the brutality of Jack's character, and he's meant to be the apex predator of apex predators. He is the ultimate vault monster, corporate bad guy.
Yeah. It's one of the things that I don't think that they expected sort of that role to be what it is, but it was just done so well that of course everybody sort of wants more, and then within that wanting more of the character, I think the direction got a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, it's hard when something is a loved character for someone to be writing it to think, oh no, this is still meant to be a bad guy. They think, oh, now we've got to make them actually a friendly person. And it's like, that's not why he was liked. He was liked because he was a good bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's not liked because he was a good guy and he was just a bit bad. He was liked because he was a perfect fit for the bad guy role, which meant that he fulfilled our want to fight back against him. And there would have been tons of ways to carry that on. I'm absolutely stunned that they didn't just bring him back as a bad guy, because they could have done that with the pre-sequel. He could have been a bad guy in that, and you could have still seen his rise to being a bad guy, or rather a badder guy. You know, you didn't have to have him a good guy turned a bad guy, which is far less believable. They could have just had him as a bad guy and it escalate, and sort of really see where the edge of his viciousness comes from. But, you know, carrying forward in games, if they wanted to keep him about, they've got the whole thing with Hyperion owning all of the not fast travel stuff, well, yeah, the fast travel stuff, like the new U stations, rather, which are a new U. We die all the time. There's no reason that Jack wouldn't have had the master kind of file for this thing, or had like a version of himself that was activated and have a crazy downloaded robotic version of Jack, which they kind of do at the end of Jack's what is it, like the jackpot DLC in Borderlands 3. Yeah, you end up fighting a robot version of him, but it's a, you know, it's a fairly mindless, hollow feeling robot Jack. Well, yeah, but there's definitely ways they could have done something with that. But I wouldn't have wanted them to do that. But if they wanted to keep him around, there would have been a lot better ways than the way they did it. Is the point?
Well, because they have Timothy, and that sort of is a point in which people like the vibe of this character, and we could make Timothy not evil, and leave Handsome Jack as it is, type thing. But
yeah, they could have had, like you say, they could have done. It would have been made more sense if the story had been around Timothy rather than the actual Handsome Jack.
This turns out to be a trap.
Which then sort of feels like they sat down and they had two groups of people in the board meeting. And they were, you know, basically two different pools of thought, and they both said, okay, well, everyone develop their ideas and then we'll pick one. And then they developed them for a bit, and someone was like, let's just use both. Which is just makes it even dumber.
Go on.